Hello again to everybody on the interwebs who loves miniatures. I'm Docky on It's a Monday, and I'm here to ramble about them. It is in fact Monday the 9th of October 2023, and my finish haul this week is, 9 models. So I finally finished up the 2 snake people. They've been going on for a while, the Snake Demoness, the Marlith, and the Snake Man Champion. Big dude. These are from Reaper Miniatures, and then from Mega Minis we had all these robots. And I talked about how I thought I was going to paint over the metal in some cases, but I decided not to, and I went with various contrast paints and speed paints from Citadel or Army Painter, and I just made it colored metal instead. And I think it looks pretty good. Not as many different colors on the smaller ones. This big one got the most. It actually got some paint on it. The white on these missiles that's actually painted on, and the face, the skin tone on the head there. But everything else is just tinted metallics, which, as always, you'll see close-ups of this in the still pics at the end. But I'm pretty pleased with the number finished this week. So let's move on to the works in progress and see what's on my table. Now these 3 Reaper models are all in a semi-completed state. I mean, these 2, the Samurai and the Elf Wizard, there's not much left, honestly. They're like 90% done. I just didn't get that final 10% this week. We'll finish them next week. And Sophie here, somewhat less than 90%. I don't know if she's even 50, but there's some base coats on most stuff anyway. And yeah, there's progress made at least. So just these 3 left from last week's started pile. So of course we have to add something new. Now here we can see more robots and some post-apoc guys. Now with the robots, what I did is what I talked about last week. The previous ones last week I showed you with just the black primer, which is kind of translucent, and I said I was going to spray on a coat of black paint through the airbrush as well. And so this is what I've done with these guys. It's both primer and paint. And I did that with the others as well. You just didn't show you that step. So once this is dried and set properly, we're going to start with the metallics. In the back we have some post-apocalyptic people, like with a bazooka. These have just been primed with a light color. Clean, based and primed, and nothing more yet. But I'll get moving on getting some paint on them, and we'll see how soon we can see some progress. And that is all the work that is in the works, so to speak. This week's inventory showcase is another old Kickstarter. Now, these are from a company called Raging Heroes. They make resin minis, mostly women, like warrior women in more or less provocative outfits and poses. This was a Kickstarter for some sort of warrior nuns, and they of course offered a sci-fi version, which were like, off-brand Sisters of Battle, and a fantasy version. I got the fantasy version. And there's 30 minis here. Because I opened them up and counted them and then had to repack them, they don't fit completely, so I can't close this box completely now. Oh well. But as you can see, each little baggie contains a sprue with a lot of parts on it. So these are all rather complex to put together, and some of them have kind of delicate parts, so I want to be careful with them. Which means when I get around to painting them, prep is going to take a long time, because I have to prep and clean each of these individually so I don't mix the parts up and forget which parts belong to which model. So that means to have that sort of time on my hands, either it's a side project, you know, happening alongside something else, or I have to wait until I have a long vacation time, which means next summer at the earliest to get around to these. And I don't have any particular use for them or urge to paint them right now anyway. So they're going back in my closet and adding them to the inventory. And for prep for next week, instead, I'm going to keep on keeping on with those post-apocalyptic and robotic miniatures from Mega Minis that I've been doing for the past few weeks. I'll just, you know, add some more of those into the queue. And yeah, you'll see next week which ones I prepared. And with that, I'm going to leave you for this episode. Hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, comment. And, of course, be back here next week, same day of the week, same channel, same Dakayan. But now I'm signing off.